I am a clinical psychologist, and today you will discover if you belong to Team Mad Max or Team Little Red Riding Hood. Which one does sound better to you? But before starting, I don't think it's really a mystery for you where I come from, isn't it? My hand gestures, my accent, all of me says Italy. So I moved from Milan to Wollongong a few years ago, following the passion for my work. When I was living in Italy, I knew everything about that world. You don't have a cappuccino after 11 a.m., you don't order pizza with pineapple, and you walk barefoot only in the shower. While here, everything was new and different. I rented a place close to the lighthouse where I could see a little bit of the ocean. And when my lovely neighbors told me they could see whales from the balcony, of course I thought they were drunk. So I realized I needed new anchor points in this new life of mine, and I needed to trust. And this is exactly what happens to everyone. When you go to a new place for the first time, like in a gym, or when you meet a person for the first time, actually, we use trust every day in our decisions because we are constantly in interactions with people. And, if you think of you use your ability to trust to be here today, to choose to come here today. Also, if you got a pet or simply if you love animals, you know that it's all about trust with them as well. So, as humans, we need trust to be able to connect with people and to feel safe in a relationship, especially when we need help. As a psychologist, I was thinking about, how scary it is when you walk into the room of a professional for the first time, or even later. And also becoming a mother was another inspiring experience for me about that, because when I was waiting at the hospital in the birthing unit, I felt I had to trust the professionals that were taking care of me. I hadn't got really any other choice. So, how do people trust? In psychology, there are different ways of thinking of it and conceptualizing it. And one of them is called epistemic trust. It talks about the ability to believe in the knowledge that comes from other people. And its development begins early in life as we interact and learn from those around us. In other terms, when we are babies, people who take care of us give us the coordinates on how we should perceive the world and other people, and of course ourselves. And sometimes these thoughts get stuck with us growing up and influence our decisions on friends and partners. So this means two things. The first one is that trust is an ability, so it's a muscle that we can train. The other one is that trust is part of our roots, which are the lens through which we see the world. And we carry them everywhere we go, like we were a vessel on the ocean, no matter how far we go. At the University of Wollongong, we are running some research on that, and we are observing the kind of a dense trust that you can see between a psychologist and a client when they meet, which is likely what happens in everyday interaction. We are also discovering how mistrust might affect your possibility to seek for support, or how trust helps people better reporting their symptoms to the professionals. But still, even if we know how trust is important, I cannot simply ask people to trust, especially people inside the team Mad Max. So people inside the team feels they need to keep people at distance as a way to protect themselves. So it's better to stay isolated as a kind of a survival strategy. But this can be dangerous, and it might, influence their possibility to seek for help when they need it. Funny enough, on the other side, we have got the team Little Red Riding Hood. They have got the opposite problem. They tend to believe to everything that other people say. And this can be dangerous as well, because they cannot protect themselves, and they might ignore even the most evident red flags, like in the universal fairy tale. What big teeth you have! So they might do that, might choose to do that because they want to bond with other people, or they really want to belong with a group. But yes, it can be, quite dangerous, especially in these modern times full of AI, scams, fake news, and so on. So both of them have learned to trust or not since they were very little. But I think that we all know that things are more complex than this, because life experiences shape our possibility to trust. So growing up, some people gained trust for other people, but others lost it for very good reasons. So how do we do? Yeah, it's difficult. Well, you need to know that knowing which lens you are using to see the world makes the difference. And realizing which team you are closer to will boost your resilience and will help you better understand yourself and others. And I hope it will help to start a conversation on it and to ask for help when you will need it. This is why trust can be a great lookout for our interpersonal relationships, but it is more than this. It is a thermometer of our well-being and of other people, and the well-being of our community too. So exactly how body temperature works, what we are aiming for is the right amount of trust. Not too high, not too little, enough to connect with people while we take care of ourselves. So it's never too late to realize which roots you are carrying and passing down to others, and how a pinch of that crazy little thing called trust might be your friend in this incredible journey. When I think of that, well, sometimes when I see a vessel on the horizon, or a whale when a whale jumps out of the water, exactly like my drunk neighbor told me. Thank you.